It's still Dave. I've just shaved my beard off because it went above 10 degrees. Just a little moan about modern cars. I like modern cars. I like the features of modern cars. I'm in a relatively, right, it's 11 years old, but to me it's modern. BMW 320d business exclusive executive turbo nutter 4-wheel drive automatic 8-speed whatever. It's car. I needed an automatic and I needed an estate because I've got a dog and I have like car stuff I need to do. So my daughter got in the car last night and she's a big girl like her dad, and she knocked one of these stupid whatever iDrive control things, and then the car starts complaining, oh, you need to check the tyre pressures. I need my tyre pressure checking. And we're halfway home and I'm like, well, no, we weren't even halfway. I'm in the car park and I press the button and it says, check your tyres, inflate your tyres. You must do it now. Reinflate them. Then reset. So I thought, well, I got it out just to double check because it's on run flat tyres and give them all a kick or a squeeze, and they were all fine as I knew they would be. And then I get back in and it's turn this dial thing and it says reset. I thought, oh yeah, I'll just reset it. Warning triangle comes up and a little picture of a car with frightened looking tyres. I press reset. Reset needs to be done while car stationary. And I'm like, okay. And so I press it and then it doesn't let me reset it. So I think, oh, I'll do it when I get home. And then I start fiddling to get the radio on so we can listen to the traffic report, because Stoke-on-Trent's awful for traffic. And we get home and it's still beeping at me and telling me, you must check my tyres. And then so I press all the buttons again for the reset. It says ignition on, vehicle must be stationary, and I do all that. And that means when you're inflating the tyres, and I'm thinking, this is like the don't drink the battery acid notice. And I press it again and it says, vehicle must be driven while testing tyre pressures. Well, just got home, sitting in the drive. I'm not doing that. So I've done it today, dropped her off at college, and it's still beeping and I can't get it to stop beeping. It's like, please check my tyres, I'm dying, my tyres are dying. Well, there's nothing up with the tyres. So then I've pressed it and it's vehicle must be driving. Well, okay, and then another fancy picture of the car comes up and it's got a space for a percentage and a space for a bar measurement. I'm like, oh, great. And then it's you must be driving, start driving. It's like 1%, 2%, 3%, you know, 1 potato, 2 potato. I've had to do 3 miles. All right, it's only 3 miles, but I've had to drive past work. What's wrong with just getting one of those little cheap things you stick on a tyre valve and it goes psh, and it shows you how much pressure's in? And you do that for all 4 of them, like on all my old cars. And you know when the tyre's down, because if you're a good driver you can feel the tyre's down. Or if you're a bad driver you can see when the tyre's down, you know something's wrong. But no, the car has to tell you when it's got enough pressure in the tyres. Right, so now, I haven't done it for a while, I'm going to check the oil. And to check the oil, we need to ask the car if it's got oil in. There's a dipstick, but I've just been driving for 40 minutes, so I'm going to ask the car and see what the car says, just for a laugh. Right then, so I've got a screen there. It's currently stuck on the reversing camera, I don't know why. There's my MGB, and that's where I store my other cars. Anyway, down here, your business card there. Get in touch if you've got a car to sell or you want to buy a car off me. Look on the website, there's loads of cars on there at the moment. I need to sell them so I can buy some more. And there's a picture of my fat arm. Right, this stupid effort then. I'll point you to the screen and I'll try and do both at once, because men can multitask, allegedly. Right, menu, vehicle information, vehicle status. Can you see that? Vehicle status. And you get a pretty picture, and look, it's done the tyres there, you can see. I think it might be out a couple of pounds, but it's no big deal. And then I press that one, and then engine oil level, measure engine oil level. Right, so what have we got? Measure engine, so right, engine oil level. Engine oil level is okay. Measure engine oil level. Start measurement. It's only possible with the vehicle's on level ground with the engine warm and switched on. Select neutral or park. Do not depress accelerator. Okay. Zoom me out a bit. And then here we go. The painful process. And it's just up the revs a little. Now, aren't you supposed to check your engine oil with your dipstick after you've run about 20 minutes and it's stopped? On the old-fashioned ones, you just use a dipstick, don't you? Or in some people's cases, like Mr. Vice Grip Garage, he uses a stick or something he finds on the floor. Raccoon's tail. Just shove it down the hole, see if there's any oil in. Yeah, that'll do. Land Rover owners, they check theirs. It's the old joke, isn't it? How do you know when your Land Rover needs an oil fill? It stops leaking. Oh, this is painful. And then I've got messages that come up from BMW. Your car needs a service. Your car needs that. Your car needs washing. Your car needs special washer fluid. You can't put normal washer fluid in. You'll void the warranty. So you have to go and pay 20 quid for it. Engine oil level is okay. So you've measured it, but you've not told me how much oil's in. Service requirements, no, I'm not even going there. Rant over, I better go and do some work. Ta-ra.